What up, YouTube? Digital. What I like about Burrs is at least he'll come from outside the box. He won't even look outside the box. He just comes from outside the box. That's what I like about Burrs. Even though, you know, some of the things he says, I don't agree with. You know, in his latest video, an example. First off, boo-hoo to those people. You know, I'm the most gun-hated place in the world, and you brought your fucking guns there. I'm sorry. Sorry, not even a little bit. First off, we want to be constitutional, but we forget the big parts. We the people. For whatever reason, the people in New York do not like guns. Okay? The people in New York City. Not everybody, but the majority that keep these fucking pieces of shit clown lawmakers in there. Okay? Hey, don't shoot me. I'm not the one in New York voting them in. Okay? Same thing, the problem with California. This is why NRA is kind of lost cause these places. NRA is being really funny nowadays. They're not backing shit up unless there's a fighting chance, or unless the people that are grassrooting this have their head pulled out of their ass and screwed on right. To be pissy at cops or whatever, to use judgment. Cops are not allowed to use judgment on these type of cases. Cops are not the judge, jury, and executioner. They arrest. That's it. They cannot not arrest somebody for a felony charge. Okay? It's not a speeding ticket. They can't go, oh, well, sorry you got caught with 17 kilos of coke. You know, how about this? You seem like a nice dope dealer. Why don't I just make it 12? You know, they can't do that. It doesn't matter if they're the biggest gun lovers in New York City or not. They can't do it. Okay? Just because we blame politicians for breaking the laws does not allow us to break the laws too. You know, there are ways out of this conundrum, you know, but crying about it ain't gonna do nothing. Now, Burrs, you brought up a good point. I agree with your point. Like I said in the comments, you know, I'm just tired of all this bullshit. This state. Now, in 2 months on my birthday, we're gonna go take our tests. We're gonna be legal in 40 states. But not the other 10. And it will be up to us to know damn well what's going to happen when we cross state lines. You know, yeah. Like when you come from California to Nevada, your car is part of your personal domain, so you can have a loaded weapon cocked ready to go in your car. Oh, whoa. Except for the city limits of Reno, Vegas, Henderson, and a couple other places where it's outlawed. CCWs here are easy. So, but anywho, so normally before I lived here, when I'd come to Nevada, as soon as I crossed that state line, I would pull over, grab my shit, rack the shit, put it in the glove, you know, in the center console. Hey, that's a different story. People need to remember how our system works. Cops arrest people based on laws. It doesn't matter if they like it or not. It doesn't matter if they agree with it or not. If you sat there and talked to most cops, actually talked to them, they would probably tell you they hate most of the laws. They're no different than we are. But it doesn't matter. They're not doing it for the laws. They're doing it to help people. Except for groups of assholes. But, anyhow. The cops, in a felony type situation, arrest the people. They hand all the information over to the DA. The DA can file charges. The DA can toss the charges away. The DA can plea bargain to a misdemeanor. The DA can just do probation. Now, the only thing about it is the DA, once the DA starts the process and goes to court, the DA could still do, a plea bargain all the way up to, goes to jury. But the judge has to approve it once it goes to trial. And 90% of the time the judges do. But in this case, the judge can't go all the way through it, just like we see on TV a couple times. The judge can't go, you know what, this is stupid, and throw it out because he thinks it's stupid. No, because he's bound by the law. And people are talking about how corrupt, Congress is and stuff, and Congress ain't fully corrupted. There are some people up there that are. There's some corrupt ice cream van drivers too. I don't know. But anywho, I'd rather have an honest cop that would arrest somebody depending on whether they cared for the law or not, than somebody that sat there and just started putting their whole philosophy on it. What if their philosophy is not the same as mine? And that's why they're not allowed to do that on felony cases, on arrestable offenses. It's not a speeding ticket. Because their judgment may not be the same as their captain's, may not be the same as mine, may not be the same as yours, may not be the same as anybody's. So it's not even in question. It's not a question anymore. So, yeah. Now, as far as the law, you brought up a good point. Why can't somebody fight using that point? It's going to be hard now to get NRA or some of the other things to help anymore because they've been burned too many times and they don't have a lot of money. But somebody could still mount a case on it. But wait a minute, you know what? How about fight before the law is even made? This goes back again. Right to the thing is why aren't we paying attention who these fuckers are making these fucking laws and get rid of them? People, and this is getting worse and worse on here. Every time I see a video, anything wrong with America, you see Ron Paul 2012. Okay, cool. What about the rest of the 535 people? Not a damn word. And you go, okay. So, you know what? Can there be stuff done? Yeah. Can I fight for a New York law? No. Is calls to the New York Police Department going to do a damn thing? No. They don't care. They've already transferred the case. It's already over with. They can't even stop it. I mean, they can't even not transfer the case. They have to transfer the case. They could be held on charges if they don't transfer the case. So, it's a situation, first off, these people should have never been in. If they can't respect owning a firearm enough to know that the worst place in the world to ever try to carry one, I don't know. That's just fucking completely asinine. There's no excuse for it. I still don't get how all these stupid people keep ending up at the airport with it. Oh, I didn't know I had it. Sorry, I know where my guns are. I know where my cock is too. You know, it doesn't. I don't know, maybe if I had a couple hundred handguns, maybe I'd, you know, but it's just, you know, if I'm going to the airport or I'm going to New York City, I damn well bet my guns won't be anywhere a cop is going to get upset about it. Enough for I'll say for that one. But anywho. Now, I do believe you're right, Burrs, on that whole state should honor other states, and that whole thing. There was a subset to that whole deal there too, and they brought it up during the whole gay marriage thing, because that's where they were trying to do if Vermont gay or whatever state over there allowed gay marriage, that all the other states had to recognize it as legal. And I believe that's what that law is there for. Not for gay marriage per se, but for God, I can't even think of the words. But why shouldn't go for natural rights, since owning a firearm is? But then again, the Supreme Court won't get off their asses and get back to, you know, they're still half-assed on the whole gun rights to begin with. So what's the best thing we can do? Worry about who the fuck is in Congress. If we want our gun rights back, there's only one way we're going to get them back, and that's legislation going through. That's the best and easiest and fastest way of it happening. How is that going to happen when people don't fucking worry about any of their congressional members? They don't even worry about their state's congressional members. And I'm not talking about the ones that report to the Fed. I'm talking the ones that report to their state government. Most people don't even give a fuck who's on their even city council who's passing these fucking bullshit laws. So how can we blame all these other people when we have to turn around and blame ourselves for years continuously let these fucking prick bastards fuck up our rights? And then on top of that, as soon as we want to become aware of our rights again, still not acknowledge the fact that where we do need to change the fucking bullshit, we're still ignoring. The simple fact is a law is a law. Change the lawmaker or get the court to overturn it. The court ain't doing nothing right now. I mean, shit, if I had the money, if I was broke or whatever, I'd challenge based on what you found. But one, I don't live in New York, and two, I don't have that money. I wish I did. But I don't. I do believe what you found is right. And seeing... But we can't expect everybody else to hinder to what we want, when what we want we can have by voting. You know, and this is the funny part, because, you know, everybody complain, well, for people who know what the fuck's going on, complain about the president isn't voted by popular vote, which I still to this day don't understand that argument, but not the argument of why they went to electoral college over popular voting. I still don't get that, but anywho, doesn't matter. What our vote does count for, we don't do. We default. And I constantly correct people on here about this. Oh, Ron Paul for 2012. What is he going to do that's going to be so fucking great? Sure, he's a great guy, and I believe his word. You know, he's an honorable man. I don't doubt that. But he's not a lawmaker. Thank God. He would be a shitty lawmaker. Well, to a lobbyist, I guess. I don't know. And if you don't understand that reference, that's a good for him, bad for government. But anywho, if we want to change stuff, we got to stay focused. Start your own grassroots campaign. But you're going to have to, you can't, yeah, I mean, people are going to have to start biting off and chewing what, I mean, they're going to have to start doing something for themselves, you know. If people want to get fucking New York changed, people in New York need to get the fuck on it. If people in California want California changed, they need to get the fuck on it and stop playing fucking games with open carry. That did so well. Not like I didn't call that one. Fuck. Playing bullshit games is not going to get anything done. It's been proven now over and over again. So, as soon as people are ready to get back in there and like look at their ballot and look to see what's coming up, look to see who these prick bastards are, you know, personally, if it was up to me, I'd say fuck it, vote every one of them motherfuckers that have been in office now, vote them all out. I don't even give a shit who's coming in. They can't do any worse than the fuckers that have already been in there. But right now, it's all we got. We got to spread the word. Everybody makes political videos. I'm calling everybody out again. Spread the fucking word. The Supreme Court ain't helping. I mean, sure, yeah, they've been here kind of doing a half-ass reach around. That's about it. So if we want gun laws changed, if we want our Second Amendment back, and we want this, then we got to make sure the right lawmakers are in there. Stop worrying 1,000% on the president and start worrying about the 535 other motherfuckers in Washington and about, you know, 200 in California, 200 in New York, and all this other shit. That's how we take back our country. Until we are in control of the lawmakers again, until our vote reflects what's in there, we're not in control of our country. And it's not a hard thing. That's what I don't get. It's not a fucking hard thing to do. It's sure we may vote on somebody and that person might not get in, but at least we fucking tried. Oh. I know. Peace.